Did you know your brain can sense death up to 6 months before it happens? Scientists studying hospice patients discovered something terrifying. The brain begins releasing specific chemicals that completely change behavior without the person knowing why. Sleep patterns shift dramatically. Appetite disappears. Social connections suddenly become urgent. People start giving away precious possessions to confuse family members. They reach out to estranged relatives after decades of silence, desperate to make peace. Many report feeling an unexplained calmness, like they're preparing for something they can't name. Researchers tracked these patterns in over 2,000 patients and have found the same sequence every time. The brain somehow knows what's coming and begins shutting down non-essential functions. But here's the most chilling part. This wasn't designed to help individuals prepare for death. It evolved to warn the community. Our ancestors who displayed these behaviors signaled danger to the tribe, helping others survive threats. Your brain isn't just preparing you to die, it's trying to save everyone else.
Disturbing brain facts you didn't know about. 1. The brain will protect itself even if it means misery or death to you. For example, when inhaling smoke in the middle of a burning house, your brain can make you stop breathing and pass out. 2. If you're stuck in the middle of a cold place, your brain will make you fall asleep to conserve energy and may never wake up again. 3. If your leg is torn off by a bear, the brain releases adrenaline so you can save yourself even if there's a huge risk of infection or further injury. 4. The brain can start to eat itself during periods of extreme starvation. It breaks down its own tissues to survive, leading to irreversible damage. 5. After the loss of a limb, the brain can still send pain signals as if the limb is still there. This pain is very real even though the limb no longer exists. 6. Cotard syndrome is a rare mental illness where the brain makes the person believe they are dead, don't exist, or that their organs are rotting away even though they are physically healthy. 7. Your brain can create false memories that feel as real as true ones. This can lead you to believe events happened that never actually occurred, distorting your perception of reality.
Number 10. Your left lung is actually smaller than your right one, just to make space for your heart. Number 9. The hair on your head is made of dead cells. Yeah, you're styling something that's not even alive. Number 8. There's enough iron in your body to make one small nail. You're literally built with metal inside. Number 7. Your tongue has its own unique print, just like your fingerprints. No two tongues are the same. Number 6. Even when you're sleeping, your body's still burning calories to keep you alive and dreaming. Number 5. Your bones are stronger than steel. They can take massive pressure without breaking. Number 4. Your heart beats around 100,000 times every single day, non-stop. Number 3. About 75% of your brain is made of water. So stay hydrated, genius. Number 2. You can't sneeze with your eyes open. Your body closes them automatically to protect you. Number 1. Almost nobody can lick their own elbow. Go ahead, try it now. I know you just did.
Shocking facts you didn't know. Dragonflies can fly backwards, sideways, and hover like helicopters. Russia is actually bigger than Pluto. Trees can literally talk to each other. Bananas are naturally radioactive. Sharks existed before trees. There's a planet where it rains glass sideways. Cats can't taste sweetness at all. The Sahara Desert was once a lush green rainforest. Scientists have found lakes under the ocean. Octopuses have blue tongues to avoid sunburn. Lightning is hotter than the surface of the sun. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Humans share 60% of their DNA with bananas. There are pyramids in Antarctica. Butterflies taste with their feet. It rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Time passes faster in the mountains than at sea level. Antarctica has a waterfall that looks like it's bleeding. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sands on Earth.
Craziest things you didn't know animals could do. The last one will blow your mind. Number 1. Octopuses can walk on land. There's footage of octopuses climbing out of their tanks at aquariums, walking across the floor, and sliding into other tanks to hunt fish, then walking back to their own tank before morning. They can survive out of water for up to 30 minutes because they can absorb oxygen through their skin. Some species even hunt crabs on rocky shores during low tide, using their 8 arms like legs to crawl around on land before slithering back into the ocean. It's like watching an alien explore our world. Number 2. Dolphins have names for each other. Dolphins aren't just smart, they actually give each other individual names and use them for their entire lives. Each dolphin develops its own unique whistle signature within the first few months of life, kind of like a vocal fingerprint. When they want to get another dolphin's attention, they'll copy that dolphin's specific whistle to call them over. Scientists have recorded dolphins calling out to their friends by name across miles of ocean, and mothers will repeat their babies' names over and over to help them learn it. They even introduce themselves to new dolphins by saying their own name first. Number 3. Tardigrades can survive in space. This one will absolutely blow your mind. There's a microscopic animal called a tardigrade that looks like a tiny water bear, and it's literally indestructible. Scientists shot these little guys into the vacuum of space, exposed them to deadly cosmic radiation, and left them in temperatures near absolute zero for 10 days. When they brought them back to Earth, not only were they still alive, but they started reproducing normally. They can survive being frozen for 30 years, heated to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, crushed under pressure 6 times stronger than the deepest ocean, and even survive without water for a decade. These things could probably survive a nuclear apocalypse and keep on trucking like nothing happened.
Shocking facts that will blow your mind. Can you really catch a flying arrow? Well, the speed of a flying arrow is approximately 320 kilometers per hour. In reality, it would pass right by you before you could even blink. This means that if you try to catch a flying arrow, it will pierce right through your hand. In other words, catching a flying arrow is impossible for normal people. Even if you pull off 1 or 2 legs of a crab and it manages to run away, many people think it will die shortly after. However, these crabs possess special powers, almost like superhero, that allow them to seal their wounds. Within just a few weeks, new cells will begin to regenerate a brand new leg in that spot. While many people think that turtles can come out of their shells whenever they want, but things aren't always what they seem. Actually, a turtle's shell isn't just a shell, it is their skeleton. It is directly attached to their spine and ribcage. The entire shell is made up of about 50 bones. Because of this, it is virtually impossible for them to come out of it. Did you know that this is the only creature whose punch alone can create a sonic boom? That is to say, just one of its punches is more powerful than a rocket launch, and the speed of its punch is faster than a .22 caliber bullet, easily capable of shattering thick glass and shells. Like and follow.
People in 1899 predicted for 2026. In 1899, futurists believed humans would eventually control the weather, like it was just another household device. They imagined massive machines that could steer storms away, create rain whenever needed, or even weaponize the climate during war. There was complete confidence in the power of technology. At the time, many people truly believed that the year 2000 would mark a dramatically in human innovation and capability. They also predicted that we would one day talk to and see loved ones from far away, using small handheld devices with screens. And as we know, that prediction became reality in the early 2010s when FaceTime launched in June 2010 and quickly became part of everyday life. Another illustration from the late 1800s depicted a futuristic classroom where books were fed into a machine, ground up, and the knowledge was transmitted directly into students' brains through wires. It was their idea of instant learning, not too different from how we consume short-form content today.
Unknown facts that will leave you thinking. Your phone will charge 50% faster if airplane mode is turned on. There is a light bulb that has been on for over 113 years in California. To see who is stalking you on social media, click the arrow below and then share it with your browser, and that person will appear there. Your teeth have enough strength to rip off your fingers, but your brain will never allow it. As children, we cry over a scraped knee, but as we grow up, we cry over a broken heart. If you kill a murderer, their numbers won't decrease. Leave the word "scream" in the comments exactly as it is written here, and you will be able to see one of the secret emojis. Over 108 billion people have lived on Earth throughout the centuries. Diamond rains occur on Saturn and Jupiter. When cockroaches feel lonely, they try to get close to humans so they won't feel alone. After an argument, the first one to apologize is the bravest. I dare you to click follow with your phone upside down. Did you already know these?
Shocking facts that will blow your mind. Do you know that a pilot once handed control of a plane to his son while there were around 75 passengers on board? The son pressed the controls too hard, which caused the autopilot to turn off. Even though warning alarms were sounding, the pilot didn't notice. When the plane was already plunging downward, he finally realized what was happening. As soon as the pilot sharply pulled the plane up, both engines failed, and then the plane crashed. No one survived. Bullet travels straight and hits his stomach, and as soon as it enters, the bullet starts slowing down. His body had so much fat
fat that, layer by layer, the bullet's energy kept decreasing, and just as it was about to touch the internal tissues, the bullet stopped, so none of his organs were damaged. If you bite into an unpopped popcorn kernel, the sudden force can cause cracks in your teeth. Dentists then drill the damaged tooth to smooth it out, apply a special bonding material and a protective layer to seal it, harden it using a special light, and finally use a drill again to shape and finish the tooth properly. If you are interested in this type of videos, then definitely stay connected with Universe Unlocked and follow this account.
Scientists who were called crazy, but ended up being right. This photograph shows Ignaz Semmelweis, a Hungarian doctor in the 1840s. He noticed that women were dying from childbirth fever in hospitals, but not at home. His shocking idea? Doctors should wash their hands between patients. The medical community was outraged. They said, "Gentlemen's hands are always clean." They mocked him, removed him from his position, and he spent the rest of his life rejected. Decades later, germ theory proved he was right, and hand washing became a standard practice that has saved millions of lives. This image shows Alfred Wegener, the German scientist who in 1912 proposed that continents actually drift across the Earth's surface. He saw fossils and rock formations that matched perfectly across different continents, like puzzle pieces. Scientists laughed at him. They said continents were too heavy to move and branded him a fool. Wegener died, still doubted by his peers. But in the 1960s, plate tectonics proved him completely right, forever changing how we understand our planet. And this photograph shows Barbara McClintock, the geneticist who in the 1940s discovered that genes could move within chromosomes. Scientists thought it was impossible. They dismissed her, called her work too unconventional, and she stopped publishing for years. But she never gave up. In 1983, she won the Nobel Prize when the world finally realized her groundbreaking discovery had revolutionized our understanding of DNA itself.
Shocking facts you didn't know about the Earth. Over 99% of all species that have ever lived on Earth are extinct, wiped out by natural disasters, climate shifts, and mass extinctions. Most of Earth's oxygen doesn't come from forests, but from microscopic ocean organisms called phytoplankton. Earth isn't a perfect sphere because it bulges at the equator due to rotation. A day on Earth is slowly getting longer as the moon gradually slows our planet's spin. 95% of the ocean remains unexplored, meaning we know more about space than our own seas. Earth's core is as hot as the surface of the sun, reaching temperatures above 5,000 degrees Celsius. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way, with roughly 3 trillion trees worldwide. Continents are still moving because they drift a few centimeters each year, which slowly reshapes the planet. The deepest part of the ocean is deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Earth has survived multiple extinction-level events, yet life keeps finding a way to return.
Facts I Bet You Didn't Know, Part 1. The last one will shock you. There are only 2 people alive that know the recipe to Coca-Cola, and they aren't allowed to travel on the same plane in case it crashes. Humans can't walk in a straight line without looking at something. The blast of air that you feel when walking into stores is meant to keep bugs from flying inside. It is now possible to airdrop TikToks. Just press on the arrow, press on more, slide until the end, click on more, and then on airdrop. The Eiffel Tower can grow more than 6 inches during the summer. The high temperatures make the iron expand. The first commercial passenger flight lasted only 23 minutes. Bananas are radioactive. Due to being rich in potassium, every banana is actually slightly radioactive thanks to containing the natural isotope, potassium-40. The oldest musical instrument is the flute, dating back 40,000 years. No number before 1000 contains the letter A, like, and follow, to stay up to date with the most interesting facts.
Shocking facts that will blow your mind. Do you know that his teeth had become completely infected, and by the time he became president, he had only 1 tooth left? Even that tooth was eventually removed so it could be replaced. And these weren't ordinary teeth. They were made from the teeth of other animals, and some were even taken from deceased people. It's also believed that his full set of teeth contained teeth from around 15 different animals. This man was punched so hard that his entire vision changed. He started seeing all objects as if they were in a kind of Japanese blindness, and even water water appeared to him in a zigzag shape. He began seeing complex patterns in everything, and after this incident, he was able to easily solve complex math problems, even though he had never been good at math before. Do you know that army ants were the only ants that were used like stitches in ancient times? They were placed alive on a wound, and as soon as they bit down, their bodies were separated from their heads. In this way, more ants were applied to close the wound completely. If you're interested in this type of videos, then definitely stay connected with Universe Unlocked and follow this account. What do you think about this? Tell me in the comment section.
Things that us humans weren't meant to see. The secret behind movie stunts before the invention of CGI. The oldest ever recording of Big Ben chiming.
July the 16th, 1890. Horse made by Miss Bergen and Graham Hope.
Radiation caught on camera, 1940s experiment. Underwater atomic bomb experiment, 1946.
Did you know some U.S. states sound completely unbelievable? Texas can legally split into 5 states. Alaska's coastline is longer than all the others combined. Ohio doesn't share a single letter with America. Florida is the lightning capital of the U.S. Hawaii moves 7 centimeters closer to Japan every year. Nevada is mostly federally owned land. California's population is larger than 38 states combined. Maryland's unusual shape is called America in miniature. New Jersey has more diners than any state. Kentucky's Mammoth Cave is the longest cave system on Earth. Arizona skips daylight saving time. And Wyoming, more cows than people, and only 2 escalators.
4 mind-blowing facts about space. 1. There's a supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy that's 4 million times more massive than our sun. It's called Sagittarius A, and it's 26,000 light-years away, quietly consuming everything that gets too close. Eventually, it could swallow our entire solar system, but that won't happen for billions of years. 2. Space is completely silent because there's no air to carry sound waves. Astronauts can't talk to each other in space without radios, even if they're floating right next to each other. The universe is conducting the most massive events imaginable in total silence. 3. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on every beach on Earth. Scientists estimate there are between 100 to 400 billion stars just in our galaxy alone, and there are over 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. The scale is so incomprehensibly massive that human brains can't actually process it. 4. If you could drive to space in a car going 60 miles per hour, you'd reach it in less than an hour. Space officially starts just 62 miles up.
If your eyes start shaking suddenly, throw your phone as far as possible. Terrifying facts you don't know. Did you know that sleeping on your back increases the chances of having a nightmare? Even when we sleep, our mind can sense the presence of another person. We only realize that we have slept when we wake up. There is someone who wants to kiss you, but they are embarrassed. This is the third person that appears when you click the arrow icon in the bottom right corner and then go to more. Never imitate the voice of an animal when you are in a forest. It is estimated that 7 million people were born on the same day as you. Tell us the day you were born and see how many people were born on that day. If a voice calls you and you realize there's no one there, don't respond. It could be the voice of a spirit. Before revealing the last terrifying fact, like and follow us as we may never see each other again. Here are 10 fun facts you didn't know. Part 57. Number 1. Mr. Potato Head was the first toy to be advertised on TV. Number 2. Sloths may be the only mammals that don't fart. Instead, they breathe it out. Number 3. The main actors in Shrek, including Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy, never met in person during the film's production. Number 4. The viral dressing up as clowns scare from 2016 is part of the reason why Ronald McDonald is no longer around. Number 5. Caesar salad was invented in Mexico, not Italy. Number 6. Martin Luther King Jr. paid Julia Roberts' hospital bill when she was born. Number 7. Oysters can change from one gender to another and back again. Number 8. At birth, a baby panda is smaller than a mouse. Number 9. Most toilet paper sold in France is pink. Number 10. A proposed 1916 amendment called the Ludlow Act would have put all acts of war to a national vote. Those who voted yes would have to serve in the army during the conflict. The amendment was supported by about 75% of Americans, but failed when it reached Congress. Comment your favorite fact, like and share if you enjoyed, and follow for more fun facts you didn't know. Thanks for watching. Here are 10 fun facts you didn't know. Part 70. Number 1. Dr. Pepper was created in Waco, Texas in 1885, 1 year before Coca-Cola. Number 2. The White House has 132 rooms and 6 floors. Number 3. Each individual strand of hair can support a weight of up to 100 grams, theoretically meaning an entire head of hair can support the equivalent of 2 elephants. Number 4. A hot tub can significantly reduce stress and improve sleep by lowering body temperature after soaking. Number 5. It's estimated that there are nearly 26 million hot tubs in use worldwide, a number equivalent to Australia's entire population. Number 6. Carbon black is what gives tires their color. It was added to tire rubber to improve durability, strength, and reduce heat buildup. Number 7. It takes about 3 times the amount of water to produce a single bottle of water as it does to fill it. Number 8. You can start a fire with ice and sunlight. Number 9. The masseter muscle, also known as your jaw, is the strongest muscle in the body. Number 10. The gluteus maximus, or buttocks muscle, is the largest muscle in the human body. Comment your favorite fact, like, and share if you enjoyed. And follow for more fun facts you didn't know.
8 facts about famous people that nobody tells you. The last one will blow your mind. Number 1. Albert Einstein failed his first entrance exam to university and had to retake it a year later. Number 2. Marilyn Monroe had an IQ of 168, which was higher than most scientists and world leaders of her time. Number 3. Walt Disney was fired from his first journalism job for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. Number 4. Elvis Presley was naturally blonde and dyed his hair jet black his entire career. Number 5. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job for being too emotionally invested in her stories. Number 6. Steve Jobs was adopted, dropped out of college after 1 semester, and was later fired from Apple, the company he founded. Number 7. Abraham Lincoln was a licensed bartender and was one of the greatest wrestlers in Illinois history, with only 1 recorded loss. Before I say the last one, make sure to hit that follow button to support the channel. Number 8. Fred Rogers, who became everyone's favorite neighbor on television, was actually a Navy SEAL before his TV career. 4 disturbing facts about ultra-processed foods. 1. Over 70% of the American diet consists of ultra-processed foods. These aren't just frozen dinners or chips. They're products engineered in labs with dozens of artificial ingredients. If the ingredient list has words you can't pronounce or needs more than 5 ingredients, you're eating ultra-processed garbage. 2. Ultra-processed foods are designed to be addictive using the exact same principles as drug addiction. Food scientists calculate the bliss point of sugar, salt, and fat ratios that hijack your brain's reward system. You're fighting deliberate chemical manipulation designed to addict you. 3. Eating ultra-processed foods increases your risk of early death by 31%, according to a massive study tracking over 100,000 people. Every meal of processed food is actively shortening your lifespan. 4. Most bread sold in America is classified as ultra-processed because it contains over a dozen chemical additives to make it soft, prevent mold, and extend shelf life. Real bread has 4 ingredients: flour, water, salt, and yeast. You're eating chemicals disguised as bread.
Shocking facts you didn't know. Our fingers wrinkle in water because the ridges improve grip by making it easier to hold slippery objects underwater. The color you see when you close your eyes isn't black, it's called phosphine. There's a massive trash zone formed by ocean currents that trap plastic waste from rivers around the world. You actually see with your brain, not your eyes. A day on Earth is not 24 hours, it is actually 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4 seconds. Rich people once hired human alarm clocks who tapped on windows with sticks or pebbles to wake them before work. If everyone was blind, we wouldn't have day and night. We would have just hot and cold time. Our eyes function like a camera which captures light and send data back to the brain. There's a myth which says people with blue eyes are able to see better in the dark. The oldest known written recipe in human history isn't for bread or soup, it's for beer, and it's recorded on a 4,000-year-old Sumerian tablet. If the sun exploded right this second, we wouldn't notice for another 8 minutes.